Hey everyone, okay, great feedback from yesterday's video on the Halloween hangover tips, so I hope you're feeling so much better today. I'm going to do a quick video because the consensus from my Snapchat, I hope if you're not following my Snapchat, head over there, BrianK019, I open it up every day where you can ask me questions back and forth, but people are kind of suffering after the weekend because I know this October bank holidays, because there's nothing going on in November, it tends to be a pretty big blowout. I remember when I was in that scene, it was like your Saturday, Sunday and Monday, and it kind of rolls over into the 3 days. So I'm going to do a quick video, talk you some tips to get you back on track. These are the ones that I've got a couple of my online clients doing, people that are in my top 50 program. So I'm going to share with you some of the tips that are going to work and hopefully support you over this next week. First nutritional point of view is get back onto your food straight away. What's going to happen after a heavy weekend where you've been eating shitty foods, you've been drinking, you haven't been sleeping, your body's going to be completely out of whack. So you want to get back on track with your foods as soon as possible. Your dopamine and serotonin and your happy hormones are all going to be a bit offset. So you're going to be wanting to reach for sugary foods, chocolatey foods, foods you wouldn't normally reach for on a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, that you'd normally hold off to the weekend or till after your hardest training session or whatever, but your brain hormones are going to be slightly off this week. So you kind of try and resist those temptations by replacing it with real food over these next couple of days. So if you're eating obviously any processed ingredients, cut them out and stick with real foods for the next few days. Get your body back on track, load it with vitamins and minerals and get it back where your hormones and everything get balanced out so that you're not getting really weird cravings on a Tuesday just because you haven't slept or haven't eaten well or you drank too much over the weekend, because that's what can happen. I talked yesterday about supplementing with milk thistle. If you got milk thistle yesterday, stay with that for the next couple of days, 2 or 3 times a day, 15 to 20 drops, because it'll detoxify your liver and it will just get everything back on track. Even though the alcohol will have cleared your system by say tomorrow, your liver's still going to be under a little bit of stress from say any of the foods and stuff you ate, so it's no harm having that functioning perfectly for the next couple of days to get you back on track and help balance everything out. So nutritionally, I would probably drop your carbs for these next couple of days as well, because obviously you've got your sugar alcohols, you're going to have a loaded glycogen stores. Even though they're not that good of an energy source, your body's still going to be pretty function fine without carbs over the next couple of days because you've loaded them up over the last 2 or 3 days, and particularly if you had any like cheat meals or fast food or whatever it is around it, they're going to be even more full, those stores. So by cutting your carbs, keep your fats pretty similarly high, decently high, keep your protein high, you're going to just start feeling better. That extra bloatedness you get today, that watery feeling, that sluggish feeling, dropping out your carbs will help flush that because you're not bumping on. It's kind of like filling up a water bottle and it's going to overflow. If you start adding more carbs in today, you're going to feel worse because you're just adding carbs on top of carbs, and you can feel watery and sluggish. And even with the dehydration, because alcohol dehydrates you, your body's starting to come back around now, so you can hold more water today and feel more watery today and tomorrow, because your body was dehydrated over the last couple of days when you probably felt you looked okay even though you were hungover because your body was dehydrated. That can happen. So be aware that that's something that will happen. The next thing is make sure you bump up your water. For the first day, it's going to feel like you're going to feel horrible because your body was dehydrated the last couple of days from being out. You're going to try and flush that back to homeostasis. So by tomorrow, you're back to baseline water levels and you're not fluctuating over 2 or 3 days, which can really just offset everything in terms of fat loss and muscle building, because if your body's trying to balance its water levels, it's not even going to bother with fat loss, muscle building, because it's got too much else to do in terms of balancing out hydration levels, balancing out water. So what I would do is up that today. So if you normally drink 3 liters, bump that to 5 today and start sipping all through the day. You'll feel really watery today and you'll feel like tonight. Tomorrow you'll wake up perfect and you'll be back on track, so you don't have that fluctuation for 3-4 days, because that'll roll into Friday or Saturday otherwise if you don't take care of it now. In terms of training then, go and do high intensity training the next couple of days. You're going to be so full of, it's glycogen stores, but it's going to be fueled from sugar alcohols, but they're still going to be full. So up your training intensity over these next couple of days. I would add in finishers at the end of your workout. Go in and do your normal split and either do a finisher at the end or do high intensity interval training where you're literally tapping and burning through all those glycogen stores so you get your body back into its normal rhythm, a homeostatic like glucose, glycogen, body fat rhythm as soon as possible. So you literally want to go in and just hammer your training sessions. Cut your rest by 15-30 seconds and make sure everything's at high intensity for the next 2 or 3 days until you get your body back to baseline. And then when you get back to kind of feeling normal, where your water is balanced out, your carb levels are normal again, your energy levels are good, you've got all the alcohol out of your system, all the shitty foods out of your system, then you go back to your normal program. But for the next couple of days, bump up the intensity level. That in conjunction with your nutrition, dropping your carbs and upping your water is going to have a massive impact on just clearing you and getting you back to baseline after the bank holiday weekend. This works for everything. So if you're planning to go away on a trip or have a weekend away or a stag or a hen or something like that, these same principles apply. These are the tips that I give the people in my online program when they've got events and functions and stuff coming up. And I know the next one running the end of November runs into Christmas. So I'm going to have a lot of these strategies in place for people that are signed up there because of Christmas parties and things like that, and how you can minimize any like hormonal, physical and mental kind of disturbances you would have from, you know, a party or a night out or a bank holiday or whatever it is. You can put plans in place. You need to make your training program and your nutrition and everything fit around your lifestyle. Like, there's no point sitting in like a hermit and just not going out for a year because you want to look a certain way. You have to have that balance as well, but there's also things you can do on the other side of it to make sure that you're functioning better. And the reality is, you're not drinking every single day. It's not something that's going to have a cumulative effect over time. But again, in moderation, it's going to be okay as long as you have the plans out the other side of it. So I hope this video helps. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, I'll be replying to comments the next 24 hours. Thanks for watching.